Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final round of the season. We are here at the New Jersey Street Circuit for the very last race of Season 3 of the Formula ROBLOX Racing League. And we are here with a title decider between three drivers, one of which, unfortunately, is unable to make the race I've just learned. So we're going to have a title fight between two drivers in this case, between Zero Denial and Regional Veloce. So qualifying is going to get underway shortly for the final time, and for this round we got some exciting changes that have come in as the game has been updated. So now we've got tyre compounds in this game. We've got multiple tyre compounds for the first time in FRL, and this will be the first race where the drivers will get the possibility to use three different compounds, which is going to shake things up for this race, as well as everyone is coming out of the pit shortly. You can see all the cars coming out of the pit right now. As see, we've got 10 drivers here right now. We see Regional Veloce is present and Zero Denial present as well, representing their respective teams. Zero Denial driving for Saigon Speeders, who are currently leading the Teams Championship, which hasn't been decided either, by the way, which is something I should point out right there. They are sitting quite comfortably out in front, 27 points, but it's still possible for them to lose that championship as well. Then we've got Martin Us in third place, 28 points behind, so they are still in a shout. But with their lead driver Sukerblet being unable to make the race, and Sukerblet being the championship leader as well, it's looking very grim for the Martin Aston team. And as long as Zero Denial or Regional Veloce manage to get a top points finish, then they should be able to overtake Sukerblet in the standings, which you will see on screen right now. As you can see, Sukerblet leading the championship, but unfortunately, crucially for him, he is unable to make it to this race, as we've just learned. So that means the championship battle is going to go down to the wire between Zero Denial and Regional Veloce. 1 point separating the two drivers. And yeah, one of them is going to be crowned champion at the end of this race. It's going to be a very interesting watch. And we're going to see how things will pan out. We've got someone else in the commentary box. A familiar voice for you once again. Wolf's here back in the commentary box with me today. Hello, Wolf.
All right, hello. So yes, it is the final round of the FRL Division 3 European Cup. Unfortunately, this round got delayed by a week because of I believe of an F1 weekend. So yeah, it's gonna be a 1 versus 1 with Zero Denial and Regional Veloce fighting out for the championship here in this cup. So yeah, another triple threat for the championship just turned into a 1v1. So in the Division 2 championship, we had Jabil and the two racing stars fighting out for the championship, and unfortunately, Jabil was not able to make it today, so he was out of the picture before.
Talk about Sukerblet here, right?
Done. Yep, I'm talking about Suka. So it's really likely that Suka will not be able to win this season's Division 3 European Cup Championship. And Zero with a big no. I think he made a corner cut somewhere. I believe it was at the final corner or something. As Sunset Tips provisional pole, MJ gets P2 with a 135.3. 16 is here as well for Active Point Racing, I believe, and yeah, you also.
watching Leon right now. He went quite deep into that chicane, coming around the final corner. Purple in the first sector, but I'm not sure if that purple should be taken legitimately. He goes 6th place, so not a very quick lap. 16 Rice has also set a purple second sector, so very interesting to see what he's going to do. Looking good so far, coming into the final sector. Now, let's see if he can manage the chicane correctly. Yes, he does. Then, for just 2 corners to go, swooping right-hander, want to keep it tight, open up for the final left-hander, keeps it out of the walls, coming up to the line. What is 16 Rice going to do? Goes provisional pole, there we go.
So 16 Rice immediately gets a corner cut after getting that 126, getting that 124.6. So yeah, let's see who's on. Okay, so Kuan is on an out lap. Zero's on an. I think Zero has just started his flying lap as well. So let's take a good onboard look with him. So as you go downhill, there's gonna be a fast right-hander approaching, and then you got a break just before 100 meters, getting the car into the right direction, and then steering to the right.
Oh, purple
Going
sector
down.
from Zero.
It's all he goes. He almost goes right there, but managed to keep the car on the track. As you go to this very, very long straight, this is where you can either lose time or gain time. So Zero just not just pressing the W key on his keyboard as he goes into sector 3. Has to navigate this properly, and his navigation must be precise.
He improved his second sector, not purple though.
So it's a green sector for Zero Denial as he goes through the final 2 corners, keeping it tight. Take a wide entry on the final corner as he goes down to the straight. Where's this lap gonna put him? Is this gonna go pole? He does go pole on 24.433. A really good lap time from Zero Denial as 16 Rice is about to start his flying lap as well.
Regional Foloche about to start set his first flying lap time. Green in the 2 sectors. He's going to go 3rd place. Half a second of pole, but a good effort by Regional Foloche. Actually, I think it's Regionale Veloce, something like that. It's Italian. I've been used to saying Regionale Veloce. I think it's the right pronunciation, but I'll say Regional Veloce because it rolls off the tongue much better. We see 16 Rice with a green first sector. Going through the hairpin right now onto the main straight. He's 2 tenths away from pole position right now, but oh, that's a red second sector, so he did not improve his second sector time. He did improve his first sector time, so I'm not sure where he's going to end up right now, whether he's up or down on his previous lap after 2 sectors. Let's see how he negotiates the chicane. Does that pretty well. Keeping it tight. Looks like he's carrying a bit more speed than the last time, so this could be an improvement for 16 Rice. Can he challenge Zero Denial for pole position? Let's see. Oh, so close. Only half a tenth. He went purple in that final sector there, so close to gap down to Zero Denial in that final sector, but it was not enough. The second sector costing him of any improvement. Meanwhile, Isomus is looking pretty quick right now with 2 green sectors.
That's corner cut.
Yeah, that's a corner cut. That's his lap ruined. Let's see if he's going to finish. Looks like he's going to finish his lap regardless. Meanwhile, Zero Denial going purple through the first sector. Really useful to have the some sector indications now, so we can see. So we have an idea who's on a flying lap and who's on a good flying lap. Meanwhile, see Isomus carrying on for another lap after making a mistake in that final sector. Regional Voce also going purple right now, but let's have a look at the current pole sitter, the provisional pole sitter, as he is about to head into the third sector. Red's second sector, so he was slower than his previous sector, than his best sector 2. Let's see how he negotiates the third sector. Looks like he's doing that pretty well. Meanwhile, keeping an eye out on what Regional Voce is going to do in that second sector.
Goes pop, he goes green.
Yeah.
He goes green on second sector.
Could be interesting. Is Zero going to improve? Yes, he does by about a 10th, which is a very significant improvement. Let's see if Regional Voce can challenge Zero Denial for pole position. Purple in sector 1, green in sector 2. What's his third sector going to look like as he is about to come around the final corner? A little bit of lag going on, but all good. Didn't cut the corner, trying to minimize the distance to the line, and he improves, but still 2 tenths behind Zero Denial, but that's going to give him a pretty big margin to P4, as he's got almost half a second gap now to P4.
And looks like Zero is done with his qualifying session. So yeah, that's provisional pole for him as Regional sets a red sector. So that's not a good sign of improvement for Regional Voce as he comes down to the hairpin. Is he gonna get the corner right? Going a little bit deep on the hairpin. As he comes down to the straight, is he gonna get is he gonna improve on his second sector, or is he not gonna improve? As he comes down to the straight, no, it does not improve. So that's very unlikely that Regional Voce will improve on his time.
Meanwhile, Sensec is going green right now. Isomus going green right now. Going to watch Isomus. Oh, red second sector, so a little bit slower than before for Isomus. But last time he messed up his third sector, and surely he's going to improve his lap time now, as he is a race winner in this division, and he has shown what he can truly manage. I'm pretty sure he can be closer to the front than 1.1 seconds. Let's wait and find out. He comes around the final corner now. Running up to the line, this should be a better lap from Isomus, and he goes 5th place. There we go, an improvement by Isomus. Oh, Michael Hayden's hitting the wall. He's going to be the last driver to cross the line. I don't think he's going to improve. No, he doesn't. That's qualifying over. And that's going to be Zero Denial on pole position. That's going to yield him 2 points towards his points tally, which is going to give him a little bit of an advantage heading into the race.
Now let's just talk about Zero before the race. You only have 10 seconds, so I'm not gonna talk about it for now. Maybe after the 5 red lights, and I'll talk about Zero Denial. So, yeah, as we have 3 seconds left to the 5 red lights. That's 1 light, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. Zero gets a really, really good start. 16 rises. He's gonna immediately challenge Zero Denial going to the first corner, but Regional almost goes under there. Zero already has a 5-10 lead over the field as the top 5 is already breaking away. And what has happened to Iosum he's down to P9, so that's not a good start for him. As the top 5 really, really close together. Zero is in the lead for now, but can Regional take the lead?
It's right there. Regional, he's now 3 points behind, which may have ramifications in case both drivers finish a little bit down the order. Let's see, winning the race first game P2 is 5 points in itself, but not taking account fast lap. So that means if Regional Voce wins the race, he is going to be champion. If he finishes P2, then I think Zero Denial can't finish P3 like one position behind him unless Regional manages to snag the fastest lap as well. Anyway, let's have a look at this battle for the lead right now. Almost done with the first lap of this race. Regional and Zero Denial, the two championship contenders, exchanging first place right now. Coming out the final corner now to start the second lap of this race.
And Regional having a small breakaway of 310, so it's gonna be useful for Regional. And now he's half a second behind. And Regional going aggressive, breaking the toe of Zero Denial as you come to the end of the first sector. Zero with a huge amount of speed, going to the start of sector 2. Zero almost goes wide right there, but he keeps it on the track, and Zero goes wide right there. That's gonna cost him a little bit of time, and that promotes Kuan to second place.
I just realized. I just noticed that Zero Denial is in the mediums right now. So now looking at the compound, so we see drivers being on mixed strategies. Look at that. The top two are on the soft, Zero is on mediums. Then we got a couple of drivers in the midfield on the hard compound. So a lot of different strategies at play right now. And it's going to be very interesting to see how those are going to play out in the very first league race with utilizing the new tire compounds. And so we are already seeing mixed strategies. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to work out. And that's going to perhaps factor in later in the race. So Zero Denial doing a good job right now on the mediums, keeping up with the soft runners for the time being, as they are about to head on onto the third lap.
And Zero Denial snags the fastest lap, 124.6. And Zero tried to look down the inside of Regional Volocci, but that didn't seem to work. But he's gonna be close enough to try and challenge Regional for the lead. Is he gonna do it? No, he's not, because he's too far back. And the top four are just breaking away from the rest of the field, as Zero almost gets caught right there from my point of view. And as you go to the hairpin, Zero goes wide once again, so that's really aggressive from Zero Denial. As he tries to go down the inside, but that doesn't seem to work out. And as you speak, Regional goes slightly wide, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time, and loses the lead to Zero Denial. But Regional, he's gonna try and use the slipstream to take back the lead. But Sensei from out of nowhere, from 4th to the lead, but drops down to 2nd. So that is slipstream in Formula Roblox.
Can see Zero Denial out in front right now, slowly starting to get a breakaway on the medium tires as well. Being the best driver out of the medium drivers, with 16 rides down in 5th place and Jerka down in 10th place. But Zero Denial is going to have to deal with 3 soft runners behind him. So let's see if Zero can hang on to that. Maybe fend off the soft runners and maybe hold them up a little bit with his dirty air. But Regional Volocci is very close, so it looks like he's about to retake the lead here. Going onto the back straight right now. Heading into sector 3 with the fast left-right chicane, nearly full throttle. You have to brake a little bit. I think I saw Sensei make a mistake there. I think Sensei may have made a small mistake by cutting the chicane, which has cost him just a little bit of time. Now, Zero Denial still in the lead here. Coming around the final corner, Regional Volocci trying to put as much pressure on Zero as he can. But he's struggling. Actually, I think there might be something wrong with the there's something wrong with the tire indication, because I can see he's on mediums. The tires he is on mediums, so that explains why Regional Fletcher is behind Zero. He's actually on the hard tires. I said mediums, he's on the hard tires rather than the soft tires, so the graphic being a bit off there. Good to know that that needs to be fixed for in the future. But Regional Fletcher on the hard tires, while Zero Denial is driving on the medium tires. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to affect strategy, because usually here you would want to do a 2-stop if you are only using the soft tires, because basically you have to see it this way. Before the update, we only had soft tires, so in all the other races we've done this season, you only had the soft tires. And then at most tracks you would do a 2-stop. And I'm pretty sure that was the norm last time out when we were racing here. But now we see a variety of strategies between the drivers, as Regional Fletcher cut the chicane, lost a bit of time compared to Zero, who's now starting to break away from the lead. From the cars behind, I mean. As I can't hear Wolf anymore, I'm not sure what's going on with him. Not sure what's going on there. Wolf, let me know in the chat if you can speak again. I'm hearing some background noise. I'm not sure if that's if that should be audible on stream. But yeah, let me know once you've sorted out your issues. Back to the race. We can only see Leon still improving his lap times as the tires are starting to wear. Those lap times are going to drop. Okay, Wolf, I'm going to unmute you again. I can't hear you at the moment. ISOM is having quite a bit of lag issues going on at the moment, unfortunately for him. Game not running particularly well for him.
Wes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, so looks like the technical difficulties has just went back to normal. As Zero has a slight breakaway of 1.6 seconds, so Regional is out of slipstream range. And let's talk about Zero Denial, as I wanted to talk about him before the start of the race. So yeah, Zero. If you watch some of the streams that Zero races in, he is known for a pretty bad connection. So let's hope that the bad connection does not bite him again and cost him the Division 3 European Cup Championship. As and yeah, about the tire compound, Regional Veloce is on he's on hard tires and Zero's on medium tires. So mediums have more grip, but they do not last as long as the hard tires. So that could be a viable factor when it comes to strategies. And I think Zero has just heard about my comment. I think Zero thinks I'm doing a commentator's course on Zero Denial. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a commentator's course Zero. I'm just hoping that things go well for you. I'm gonna stay as neutral as possible. On who's gonna win the championship.
Kuan is closing in on Sensek for 3rd place here. Kuan all over the back of Sensek right now, getting a better run out of the final corner, going through turn 1. Looks like Kuhan is getting ahead slightly. Who of the two is going to get a better run out of turn 3? Looks like Sensek is barely hanging on to 3rd place for now. Regional Fletcher also getting called up in this battle. Regional Fletcher being on the hard compound. Contradictory to what the graphic is saying, because according to my graphic, he is on softs, but when I look at his tires, he's on hard tires, and what's on the tires is what matters. So the graphic is wrong in this case. See this three-way battle unfolding. Denial still going strong on his medium tires, extending his lead to 2.5 seconds.
As
Oh,
original
mistake.
velocity, and looks like Sensec is in for his first of 2 stops, I believe, as he is in. So what tire is he gonna be on? He's racing Kuan. He's racing Kuan. So yeah, he's gonna try and do the undercut on Kuan Gizmo as his pit lane's all the way at the end. Managed to get the car stopped in time as he goes on the soft tires again. So yeah, that's most likely a. So yeah, so that is a 2-stop for Sensei the Destroyer, and that promotes Kuan up to 2nd place, and Regional has just fallen back to 3rd place. So yeah, that is so. It's not looking good for Regional Veloci for at the moment, as it goes as it goes a bit wide right there, but that doesn't really affect him as now he's in the slipstream range of Kuan. He's in attacking range. He's in the attacking range. It's going to sector 3. If you got Regional trying to get, he's trying to find ways to pass him left, right, center, but no way through on Kuan Gizmo as Zero Denial. He's in league of his own. Oh, Zero just lifted off right there. I think that's a little bit. So I'm guessing he's taunting Regional Veloci.
And he's reporting to have much significant more tire wear. He's got the tire wear of the soft tires for some reason.
What happened?
What happened
Regional.
there? Oh, he missed the pit lane by a mile. Oh no. That's his race over pretty much. Yeah, unfortunately for him, that's going to cost him crucial time, and that's pretty much going to put him out of contention if Zero Denial manages to hang on here for if Zero Denial manages to hang on to 1st place. So that's really unfortunate to see right there. Oh no. Total disaster for Regional Veloce right there.
So so there is game over for Regional Veloci for now. But unless he can, make his way back up, like how Adolis could have made his way back up after making one mistake. He's known for making back the time that he lost whenever he makes a mistake. So could Regional do the same as what Adolis did in round 7 in Rio? So he is immediately closing up to Mike Legend, who is currently on hard tires. And as I go to spectate MJ, he just hits the wall. So just hits the wall, and Zero Denial, he's still continuing. So yeah, it does not look good for Zero Denial. Regional Veloce. So yeah, Zero in the class of his own throughout the whole race. Can he take a Grand Slam in the final round of this race?
He's doing well in 1st place right now on the medium tires. I'm actually not sure what's going on with Regional Veloce. It's kind of concerning because now the graphic has now updated after Regional stopped. The graphic now shows that Regional Veloce is on the hard tires. So I'm not sure what was going on during his first stint, whether because according to the leaderboard, he was on the softs, and apparently he was getting the tire wear rate off the softs, but I'm not sure whether the performance was on the softs or the hards, because otherwise that might have been really unfortunate for Regional Veloce right there, that he might have been become victim of some sort of glitch, which is definitely something that is going to have to be looked into. I'm going to chat with Regional very quickly. Okay, back to the race. Denial still yet to make his first pit stop. He's going pretty long on his medium tires. I'm wondering if he's going to go all the way to the end or switching to the softs. So all this the end of the race. I can imagine him doing that. Most cars are still out on track. Let's see. Yeah, only the soft runners and regional have appeared to stop so far in this race. So yeah, interesting to see the difference in tire strategies unfolding during this race. And I'm still not sure what has happened to Regional Veloce, if I'm honest. It's something that needs to be looked into after this race, because this is weird and this is not what's supposed to happen to one of the drivers. Meanwhile, we got a battle between Kuhan and Leon going on for 6th place. Kuhan taking the better line right now. Leon, looks like Leon's on all the tires. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Leon's yet to stop. Kuhan is on new tires, and Leon is on all tires. So yeah, no surprise that Kuhan is able to make his way past the Imperva Sports driver. Meanwhile, we got no other battles on track right now, with Amjurb in 3rd place, Isomas in 2nd place somehow, after a pretty slow start for him, but he finds himself in 2nd place right now. Then we got Zero Denial in the lead still.
Looks like Iosmis is complaining a little bit of lag. So that's
That's weird. I don't think I've seen that before as well. That shouldn't be caused by the update. I don't think so, because Slipstream hasn't been this Slipstream section hasn't been altered at all. So that's, I guess, just lag down to internet lag somehow. Not 100% sure how.
Iosmis rolled on track. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. It looked for a moment he was about to disconnect there. So Isoms doesn't appear to have a very stable connection to the game right now. He is hoping that he won't disconnect from the game at all. As meanwhile, Zero Denial still going strong on track, looking to claim the European Cup Championship. With just 12 laps to go after this lap, so we are over the halfway point of this race. Regional Veloce, unfortunately, all the way down in 8th place after having made his first pit stop. Not sure how his tires are right now. I'm very curious to see how they are right now.
Now, if Zero disconnects and Regional finishes where he is, Suka will actually win the championship. So yeah, so that's pretty interesting.
Zero coming in. Zero Denial coming into the pits to make his first and only pit stop in this race.
So Zero Denial going 15, go about almost 16 laps on medium tires. So that's a pretty impressive stint. Whoa, Zero has to reverse. But not as bad as Regional Veloce.
Yeah.
He missed it by a country mile. And looks like MJ has taken the lead.
No, Isom's taking the lead. He's lagging a lot, by the way. He's lagging again. Yeah, doesn't have a very stable connection right now. But he is leading from MJ right now, with Zero Denial not too far behind those two drivers.
Iosmis lagging again. He could disconnect at any part of the race. It's just really dangerous if you're just lagging just everywhere. It's just you're gonna have a chance of disconnecting if you know if you're gonna lag a lot. And I also miss again. He's just lagging every few seconds, so that's not good of a sign for I also miss.
So Denial is trying to catch back up to MJEP. What tires were MJEP and Isomas on? Both on hards. So it looks like those two might be onto a no stopper, or they're going to switch to a new set of tires late. Zero Denial has gone onto the medium compound once again. Meanwhile, 16 Rise has just set the fastest lap of the race, beating Zero Denial's previous fastest lap.
As Regional Veloci is making his way back up, but let's see. Oh dear me, that's not good for that's not good for Iosamis. And as we speak, Regional Veloci is 2.5 seconds behind Leon, so yeah, he could pretty much have a chance of winning the championship. As long as the curse doesn't go to Zero Denial, of course. But as it stands, Regional Zero Denial is gonna win the Division 3 European Cup Championship. Looks like I also miss he's saying help in the chat. Well, understandable that he's lag quite a lot, and the lag strikes again. And
16 right to the purple final sector, but he's trying to chase down his teammate in 4th place, who is 3.4 seconds up the road. Meanwhile, Denial is comfortably in 2nd place right now with just his teammate Elvim. And I think Isomus may be going all the way to the end. Same goes for MJEP. Who have both been driving on the hard compound for this entire race. So we see Isomus' car freezing again, it's moving again. A lot of lag going on still between with Isomus. But his connection looks like it's stable enough for now, to the point that it doesn't disconnect him. Because, yeah, he's been a bit fortunate that he hasn't disconnected yet. Because usually if you freeze for more than 10 seconds or something like that, then you're going to disconnect. But if his car freezes and then it comes back the entire time. So it's all over the place, but barely good enough to not disconnect from the race, essentially, which is really fortunate for Isomus in this case. 10k ping, wow, that's yeah, that's not good. I mean, Isomus, you're leading, you don't have SIP right now, but yeah, I guess because his internet's spiking very bad, that him getting SIP from other cars isn't being detected. I can see how poor internet can contribute to this phenomenon. So now is closing the gap down to Isomus. Meanwhile, Isomus got decent pace on the hards actually, still hanging on pretty well. Regional Volkswagen in 6th place now. Yes, he's now trying to catch up to 16 Rise in 5th place. In case Zero Denial disconnects, I think Regional Volkswagen is going to have to take 3rd at least. No, actually, no, they are very close in points. Well, yeah, because Sukiblade is also still in the equation if Zero Denial disconnects. So if Zero Denial disconnects and Regional Volkswagen he actually needs second because or third and the fastest lap, because if Regional Roche and Sukerblet go level on points, then Sukerblet will get priority because he won more races. He's got 2 race wins, while Regional Roche is yet to win one. So in case they tie on points, Sukerblet would be ahead of Regional Roche. So if Zero Denial were to disconnect and Regional Roche would be stuck, would not reach a podium, then that means Sukerblet could still win the championship that way. But of course, that's not how I want the championship fight to see decided due to someone else disconnecting. And Zero Denial, you got a feel for the man. He is disconnected. He's got 4 DNFs to his name. Yeah, he's got 4 DNFs to his name this season in this championship. That's not to mention his disconnects from other races this season in other championships. Meanwhile, from the races Zero Denial has finished, which is 6 of them, he has won. No, he's only finished 5 of them, and he won 4 of those. While still, every time he disconnects, he still claimed 2 points from qualifying. So there's that. So that's still 8 points from those 4 races away disconnected, which is something. But yeah, Zero, he's been very quick this season, and honestly, he deserves the championship. He deserves a lucky break, essentially, after a string of bad luck throughout the season. In this championship, in other championships he has raced in. He's had a lot of disconnections, and we really hope for him that he's not going to disconnect this time around. He's slowly but surely closing the gap to his teammate in first, still doing a good job. So the hard strategy is proving to be pretty damn good, I must say so. It might actually be the best strategy. Meanwhile, there's a battle going on for third place, as MJB has just. But there's a 3-way battle going on between 16 Rise, MJB, and Kuhan. MJB being on the hard tires, yet to make a pit stop. 16 Rise and Kuhan already have stopped. Let's see what tires they are on right now. So 16 Rise is on the soft tires, Kuhan is on the mediums, and MJB is on the hard tires, having been on that set since the start of the race. So we see this 3-way battle unfolding right now. Heading into the final sector, MJB, that's a corner cut. That's going to cost him time, and that's going to drop him out of fight for P3. Hits the wall again. Meanwhile, Kuhan has taken over third place for now on the medium compounds. Very close between the 2 teammates up ahead, the 2 XL point drivers going at it. And MJB has disconnected. He has left the race. He's disconnected out of nowhere. What happened there? Did MJB just disconnect out of nowhere? That's really strange. So MJB is unfortunately our first DNF of this race. He's not going to be able to score any points. So that's him out of the battle. Then we got... is this MJ of MJB? What should I say, Wolf?
I'm pretty sure most of the FRR drivers call him MJ.
Okay, then I'll say MJ from now on. So yeah, MJ has disconnected, unfortunately. Isam was saying that's interesting. He said he just said a green personal best first sector, and that's on very old tires. But meanwhile, we see an exchange for the lead momentarily, as Zero Denial is now right behind his teammate. Zero Denial being on relatively fresh mediums against Isam being on old hard tires. With just 5 laps to go after this one, it looks like Zero Denial is going to take over the lead momentarily and most likely run away with it.
So yeah, let's talk about I'm gonna talk about Zero again, because so yeah, Zero he's shown that he can be a Division 1 driver, as well as Iosamis. So it's really most likely that Iosamis and Zero Denial will get Division 1 seats if they get special permission to skip Division 2 and go into Division 1. So, yeah, so Saigon Speedsters could pretty much go to Division 1.
Zildana is still behind Isomus on my screen. Isomus still hanging on to first place. Could Isomus challenge his teammate for the win here with with his unstable internet connection? Maybe not. Zildana has just overtaken him. Let's see if Isomus can come back at his teammate. Any chances for that?
So can Iosamis make a world record here in FRL? Finishing a race with 0 stops, but very unlikely that Iosamis is gonna take the win because Zero's on fresher tires than Iosamis. But the tire wear is higher. But the tire wear on mediums is higher than hard, so yeah, this could be a pretty interesting battle for the race win as we come to the final few laps of the race. Zero is gonna win the championship. Iosamis he's about to make a world record. Finishing a race with no stops. So yeah, pretty interesting from Iosamis to not even stop during the race.
We got battle going on once again for third place. Meanwhile, Yurka about to get lapped by the 2 XL point cars. Yurka slowing down to get out of the way. Getting out of the way nicely right there. Still 16 Rice and Kuon go at it for third place in this race. I think that's 16 Rice on the soft tires and Kuon on the medium tires, if I recall correctly. Trying to look at those compounds, which is hard to see at high speeds. I think 16 Rice definitely on the soft tires, from what I can tell. Yeah. Kuon on the mediums and 16 Rice on the soft. So with 2 laps to go in this race, Soyudomayo is now in the penultimate lap of the race. He is looking very strong to take home the title with just 2 laps to go in this race. The only thing that can stop him at this point is a disconnect, which I absolutely don't want to happen. It would be such a shame if that were to happen. Because Zero, he's proven his worth in this league. He has proved to be a very quick and very fast driver, and he really, in my opinion, deserves to win the title. Regional Volatile, no offense to him, he has been very consistent actually this season. He hasn't won the race though. But he's always been right there. He's scored a lot of podiums over the course of the season. He's got 6 podiums to his name in this championship, so he's definitely done a good job as well. But yeah, getting a bit personal here. You got the feel for Zero Denial having 4 disconnects. with some of them being from race leading positions, or at least from podium paying positions. From podium positions, so yeah.
Now, despite the bad luck he has had throughout the season, Zero's on course to win the championship. So, not even bad luck can stop Zero Dinar from winning the championship, because he has won four out of 5 races that he has raced in. So that's really impressive from Zero Denial, making a name for himself in the league itself. As Zero Denial starts the final lap of this race, he's on course to win the Division 3 European Cup Championship. So as he goes through the hairpin, so could the curse be over next season? So could the curse of disconnections be over for Zero Denial next season? We wouldn't know, but we have to wait until season 4 arrives, as he starts Sector 3. Really dominant year in New Jersey, in the United States, as he is halfway through Sector 3. So Zero trying to navigate the last few corners, as he's gonna come around the final corner to take his 5th win of the season in New Jersey, and he is the new Division 3 European Cup Championship. Congratulations to Zero Denial. I also miss. He's gonna take a world record. 0 stops. Really impressive from I also miss.
Impressive second place from him despite his issues.
But Kuan. So Kuan.
Oh, Kuan sat third. Unfortunately, missed that on screen. Regional Roche is going to come home in a disappointing 5th place. Wasn't fortunate with the little issue he had, but also especially losing tons of time during the pit stop, which didn't help him at all. Isom is having done a very good job to get 2nd place.
So I also missed a world record 0 stops, so that's very unlikely to beat, but it can be matched. So that's it. That is season 3 wrapped up, and there's gonna be an award next week. There's gonna be an FR awards next week for the FRL drivers. So yeah, it's a 1-2 for Cycle Speedsters once again, and they have absolutely dominated. They've absolutely dominated and smashed the D3 European Cup field. So congratulations to Zero Deny for winning the Division 3 European Cup Championship. And I also miss great job on his record for 0 stops. And yeah, that's so yeah. Like I said, that's season 3. Pretty much wrapped up.
Yes, thank you everyone for tuning into the stream today. We will see you next week for the FRL Season 3 Driver Award Ceremony. So we'll see you next week for that, which will be streamed on this channel as well. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone, all the drivers, all the officials, all the media personnel for making this 3rd season of the FR League possible. And I hope to see most of you next week for the ceremony, and otherwise I'll hopefully see most people for an epic, what will be a very epic season 4. So we'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you